Hi, welcome back to channel, TrainStation2. Alright, we got first, second in the last competition, and of course the gift code to share with you is Helicoin. Alright, so this is the gift code to allow you to claim some of the keys itself. And not forgetting when you start late, always check out the position you are in. For me, in the last competitions, we started with 19 positions, and of course, with 150 of EP head start to propel us all the way up to the ranking chart. In this video, I'm going to share with you an event. We claimed the common train as well as the special building, the iconic Dubai hotel building. As usual, a lot of things got stuck because of the limited warehousing. So you really got to make sure if you could increase the warehouse space, and if not, make full use of the logistics center, which allows you to basically use those trains you put it in without any dispatcher to get the items you require. So do not basically store your warehouse precious space with all those items. The other thing you're going to do is really to make use of your existing non-event factories to put in input and output tray. So this is the one that helps me to get some more additional warehousing spaces. And definitely inventory management, do housekeeping. That's another key to it. Alright, so let's check out the ranking chart right now. So alright, so we are second, although we have both 150 EP points, but the guy probably have started earlier. So at this juncture, it seems like all is good. Luck comes to play, right? So really, sometimes you got to work hard. Is one point, but I think luck really bears into this. End of the day, whether winning or not, it really depends on luck. So with all the items collected, it's time to do some deliveries. But again, two things that I'm talking about luck is really the type of trains required, and of course the type of items that you require as well. So there are many a times you may be stuck with a job that require trains that you do not have, basically, or you have very small fleet of those trains that you require. So all this actually hinders your progress. If you really want to consider binning away that item or that job, go ahead, because this is some planning you got to do. Once you started on the job, you can't bin it anymore. So there's something you got to bear in mind. Meanwhile, always focus on only spending union dollars and gems in the first three competition. Throughout the rest of the event, I'll be saving up the union dollars by doing a lot of the union play. That's really important. Gems you need to save up as well, because you'll be spending a lot of it eventually when the long event starts. So as usual, getting at least 110 gems is a requirement, and with that is a setup course for 2 additional space in the event factory. And of course, then when you fight the first 3 competitions, you have some ammunition to go ahead and fight those hard battles. Union dollar wise is likewise the same thing. You got to increase the capacity of the legendary. Normally that was I do in the first 3 competition itself, and then after that you got to start saving again in the 4th onwards. So with this event over, there'll be many mini events. That's where you can take a good break. Basically, if you do not want to play, I think that's a good rest. If you play, I would suggest you working on the region jobs rather than the mini events, because the rewards are really unattractive. Completing the union competition, I think that would be more fruitful. If not, you can work on the existing regions. For me, I've incompleted region items to deliver in Japan as well as in Egypt. It's extremely difficult in this last stage in Egypt to complete jobs. Quantity asked for are really huge, and of course, like I said, although I've been in Egypt for a while right now, capacity trains are still very low because it's relatively very expensive to upgrade in Egypt. Probably I can upgrade the whole fleet in Britain, but I can upgrade 1 or 2 in Egypt. So thinking aloud, if you are still in the earlier regions, I think it's time to really enjoy what you've been playing. As long as you move forward, it's getting tougher and tougher. Alright, let's see what we get from the last reward item, and enjoy this special moment. Alright, we have came in second, and of course, we got a placing in the Union play as well and collect some of those Union dollars, really precious Union dollars that we require. End of the day, saving up all these Union dollars for the next long competitions or the event I mentioned earlier. Getting into gold level is extremely tough. We are stuck at the silver last stage in my Union play. Unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of very active players playing the Union play, but I must say that they are active in playing the game itself. So I'm enjoying their company for sure in the team. But it's just that probably we are still not gold standard yet, so that's perfectly fine. All right, so a bit more to claim. I think it's just claiming some big boxes, and then after that, I could claim the common train and the special building. All right, so this is the moment we've been waiting for, spending some of those precious coins we received from the play itself. So alright, so we got 166 gold pots, and of course many other different pots. Then of course very fortunate we have 1030. I think that's enough for the common and the special building, which I'm going to do right now. Enjoy. Alright, just going to show you the special building we just got obtained, Emirates Tower. I'm going to place it in the empty slot so they can show you how it looks like in the map. And then after that, that'll be the end of this event. And I think it's time for a good rest for sure. Definitely, it was an eventful event, right? So just to show you right now. Placing this Emirates building on the map itself. So let's see how beautiful the building looks. But definitely going to swap it back to the previous building because of the population. It only gave 54. So thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe, and all the best for your other mini events if you're playing. Goodbye.